Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee with CTI-110. We're going to go ahead and go over the Chapter 4 Code Exercise number 7. You can reference it in your book on page 113. Alright, and it's kind of confusing, that's why I want to go over it. But it kind of makes sense, and it's kind of cool what you can do with these web pages just to understand how they work. Alright, so I am starting out on May 0, which if I go back and just looking at my web server, my XAMPP control panel, the Apache web server is running because I can see the green background. It shows port 81 is running my web server. Alright, so if I go back here, you can go to the WebTech folder. Alright, then I click on Run Files in the Coursework folder. Alright, there's all your chapters. If I click on Chapter 4, go down to the Maze folder right there. Alright, that shows all these files. Alright, 19 files right now. Alright, you got Maze 0 all the way through Maze 16. You got a JPEG, which is the picture of the maze diagram, in a sample.css file, which you don't have to worry about. Alright, looking at the bottom, it shows that I'm running Apache web server, alright, OpenSSL, PHP, and I'm running it on my local host at 127.0.0.1 on port 81. And some of you guys are going to be on port 80 or port 8080. It just depends how your computer's set up. If something else is running on one of your ports, your web server ports, it's not going to work for the XAMPP. Alright, so looking at my control panel, got a green background on my Apache, which that's good. If you guys don't get that, don't even start until you have a green background. Alright. You can look down the log. Okay, it shows the problem detected because VMware Workstation is running on port 443. That really didn't matter since I'm using port 81. Alright, but it's going to show up anyways. Alright, and it shows that status change detected running. Alright, so I'm good to go. If not, I can go into my config files, change some configurations, things like that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Maze 0. And what I'll do to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to open this in a new window. Alright, kind of like that. Alright, so one side is all my files, and one side is Maze 0, the HTML. Alright, and what it says, welcome to the maze. You're standing at the entrance to a large cave, and the little red arrow is where you're starting at. A map is attached to a sign by the entrance. This is the map, okay, that diagram. Study the map carefully. It is displaying the cave system. Your job is to find your way to the cavern marked X. Alright, so right there. To begin your journey, you must enter the cavern. Okay, so this link is taking you from that red arrow, alright, taking you into this first block right here. Alright, and think about your cardinal directions. If you're moving this way, you're going, to the right, you're going east. If you're moving left, you're going west. If you're moving down to the block underneath that first block, you're going south, and so on. Alright, what the problem is, 4 of these files in here, each of these blocks is a separate HTML document. Each of those documents, 4 of them, which, let's see, Maze 3, 7, 11, and 12 are incorrect. Alright, they're missing links. Alright, so say if we're in this block, first block, we should have a link to the block, to the file outside, a link to the file that's in the east of us, and a file that's to the south of us. Alright, so it's kind of like picture that in your mind. You're starting out here, and this is Maze 0, this is Maze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and let's just click on 16. Alright, so 16, you're in the caverns, a tunnel leads north, there's 16 right there, and sure enough, if I go from 16 up to, now it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I should go to maze16.html. Alright, or I'm sorry, maze 12. So I click on north, it takes me to maze 12. All right. So this maze 12 is right here. All right. So you can see right here, add the HTML code to describe this location and provide links so the user can move through the caverns. All right, I'm not going to start right there though. I'm going to start at 1 just to show you guys the changes. All right, so I go back. There's my folder structure right there. All right, so if I click the enter the cavern, I should go east to maze1.html. Click on that. Sure enough, you're in the caverns. And now I'm going to go over here to make this a little bit easier. All right, so that's our map. So I have the entrance, which is behind me. I have cavern extends to the east, which is cavern that's east, and there's a tunnel going south. All right, so we're right here right now. It looks like I have the letter T. So if I were to go east, it should take me right here. So I'm sitting here right now, maze 2. All right, so the cavern extends to the east and the west. So that's correct. So let's go east one more time. All right, so maze3.html, it doesn't have any HTML code right now. So what we need to do is put a link in that goes back to the west, to the east, and then down to the south. All right. So we're coding in links to all these neighboring you could say, I guess you could say sales if that was a spreadsheet, or documents in our case. All right. All right, so what we're going to do, let's leave that up like that. Let's open up File Explorer. Let's go down to our XAMPP folder, htdocs, WebTech, coursework, chapter 4, maze. All right, so we know maze 3 is not completed. So I want to right click on that. Hopefully you have Notepad++. If not, you can use Notepad. All right. I don't want to download it. All right, so this is what opens up. All right, so this is the actual file in Notepad++. Is the same file as this file. All right, that's running it through the web server. All right, so what we need to do is we need to go in here and add code, take this text out, add 2 links right there. Now probably the easiest way to do it, instead of hard coding in there from scratch, we could go back. All right, so we know right here, this is a document that has a link to the east, or to the left, to the right, or west, which is to the left. All right, those seem like backwards, but we'll go with it as long as you understand what's happening. If you click east, you're going, to the east. Like we're on the eastern part of the U.S. right now. You're going up to the right, and if you click on west, you're going more out west. All right, so that's the one we're going to be configuring. This is maze 2. So if I open up maze 2, all right, maze 2, right here, there's your 2 links. There's your link that goes to the east, and another ahref, which is a link that goes to the west. All right, let's put that down. Let's minimize this. Let's see. So I want to view. Let's get rid of this stuff. We don't need this stuff. All right, so we got maze 3 open and maze 2. All right, maze 2 has those 2 links, so we could just copy this whole line out here. Control C. All right, go in here. Well, let's take all that out. All right, we pasted that in there. Now what we got to do though, we're going to make sure we're going to the correct files. So let's go ahead and we're right here right now. Let's go ahead and click. Let's go east a little bit more. Alright, so now we're east. Now maze 3, 1, 2, 3. We need to have a link that goes to the west, the east, and the south. Alright, and then east for maze 3 is going to take you to maze 4. Okay, so east would be maze 4 instead of maze 3. Alright, and we know that's going to be wrong. So we're in maze 3. Alright, so to go west, we're going to go to, I'm sorry, yeah, to go west, we're going to go back this way to maze 2. Alright, I know it's kind of confusing, but once you understand what's happening and you realize, hey, I can actually do that, it's pretty awesome. Alright, so now also, so this cavern extends to the, it's going to display east as a link. To go east, west is a link. From here, you can see it actually shows you when you highlight that, that west text is going to go back, is related to this hypertext reference. Alright. So that looks good. And we're going to want to go south. Alright. And south, since we're in maze 3, which is right here, if we go south down here, it's going to be, let's just count these up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's going to be maze 7. Alright, so we know to go south, we're going to go to maze 7. So if I just copy this, actually let's just copy the whole thing. Put an and in there. Alright, so going down, we said maze 7 is going to take us south. Alright. And take out the redundant south out of there. Alright. So basically what this is showing us, and you guys make sure you put in like your name right there, date. Right? So and you could actually, you could label this, you're in the caverns maze 3. Alright, okay, if that helps you. Alright, this cavern extends to the, let's make sure everything's right. We're sitting right here. Alright, so maze 4 is to our right, and that's east. Alright, maze 4 going to the east, and maze 2 should be to the west. That's right. And maze 7 is to our south. Alright, so all that looks good. These tags, you got a an opening paragraph tag, you have a href hypertext reference tag right there. There's the opening tag A and the ending tag. Just make sure you put the beginnings and endings. When I highlight one, what's really cool about Notepad++, it highlights everything that corresponds to that ending tag. Same thing on this one, right? Shows us that that's correct. And finally the last one, all right? If you leave out, like say this ending tag, make sure those you have those forward slashes. All right, the ending paragraph tag, all right, and then we have, you know, ending body tags, ending HTML tags. Highlight those. Actually, just click on them. Opening, closing HTML tag. You have a opening, closing head tag, title tag. You don't really need this per se, but that's just a included style sheet tag. Just leave that in there. All right, body tag, opening, closing, and finally the HTML tag. All right, good to go. Hopefully, check it over one more time. Let's save. Now, once we save that, let's go back here to maze 3, do Control R to reload the page. Alright, now we have this cavern extends to the east and west and south. Alright, actually, let's do a space right here. Alright. And let's do Control R again. Alright, good spacing right there. Alright, so when we click this link for east, you can actually see down here, it's going to show up. Alright, east is showing up as maze 4, west is showing up as maze 2, south is showing up as maze 7. Alright, so let's go ahead and click it and make sure it works. Alright, so maze 4. Let's go west. Alright, east took us back. And let's make sure that's right. Alright, west should take us back to maze 2. Alright, which it does. East takes us to maze 3. East again takes us right here to the upper rightmost block or web page, which this cavern is blocked in every direction except west. Alright, which it is. Go back west. Alright, now if we go south, we're right here. Go south to 7. Alright, and it takes us to 7, but now let's see. 7 is also not configured yet, so we'll have to configure that next. Alright, so that's good. We can actually close this down if we'd like. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go over the maze 7 file also. Alright, so looking right here, there's maze 7. We have a cavern that goes to the north, the south, the east, and the west. Alright, so we're going to need 4 links to go from here to all the other joining files. Alright, so maze 7, go in File Explorer, click on maze 7, right click it, edit in Notepad++, close this down. Alright, so right here is where we're going to add our code. Alright, we're going to need 4 links, go all 4 cardinal directions. I'm going to do Control V though, since I already have something on my clipboard. Alright, so take this out. So I probably, just the way it helps me to think about it, I'm going to do north, south, east, and west. Alright, so I'm going to start with north. Alright, remember your text that you type in between these tags, the ahref tags, that's the text that's going to be displayed for your link. Alright, so north is going to be maze 3. Alright, so there's north. Add a space, Control V again. I'm going to do south. Alright, just be careful not to make any little minor errors. Alright, so I got north, I need south, that's going to be 4, 8, 9, 10. That's going to be 11. Here's 11 is south. Right, do a space, Control V again. North, south, east. Alright, east is going to be to maze 8. Alright, and then finally, I'm going to do west. Alright, west is already in there. I'm going to make it capitalized so everything looks the same. Alright, make sure, let's see. So west is going to be maze 6. Alright, go back in here and make sure everything else looks right. Of course, make sure you put your name, date, things like that. Now caverns, let's see, right here. H1 or heading 1. That determines how big this text is for the headings. Alright, but let's go ahead and you're in the caverns. This is maze 7. In case you get lost, then you'll know for sure you're in maze 7. Of course, you can look at the URL also, but let's just leave maze 7 in there. Alright, got my paragraph tag, click on that. Alright, opening and closing tags are highlighted. Ahref, alright, that looks good. North, which go north, okay, we go to 3, that's right. South, we're going to go down to 11. Going to east would be 8, and going to west is going to be 6. Alright, looks good. Go ahead and save that. Alright, click on Web 7, Maze 7 again. Control R. Alright, now you got 4 links: north, south, east, and west. Let's try them. Alright, north. North brings you to 3. Okay, we're right here. North brings you to 3, that's right. Let's go back down south to 7. Alright, now if I click south from here, I will go to 11. Alright, 11's also not done. That's fine. To the back arrow. Alright, so if we go east, we should go to 8. Alright. And you see east, or 8's showing that you can either go west or go south. Let's go back west to 7. Alright. You can see the hyperlink color for the links is changing once you click on them, showing that they've already been visited one time. Alright, let's go west, and that should take us to 6. Alright, we're at 6. If we go back east, we'll go back to 7. Alright, so that one's done. Good to go. Now, we've got 3 done, 7 done. We have to do 11, which when I click south to go to 11, it's not done, and then also 12 is not done. So you guys go ahead and do those 2. Now this is what I want you guys to submit. There's 7. If you guys actually, you could do a screenshot or just copy and paste that, but let's do, I'll show you a screenshot. Alright. Control V for the screenshot. Alright, that's perfect. If you want to make it look a little bit better, file, crop it, or format crop. Make sure you get the handles. Alright, you can do it like that. So that's 7. You could go back. So to get, we're in 7, right there. So if I needed 3, I'm going to go north. There's 3. Go to File Explorer. Edit that. I really don't care about the way the output looks, really. I want to actually be able to see that you guys have put in the right tags and info in there. Alright, so extend that out a little bit. Control print screen that. That needs to go up above where 7's at. Right, Control V. Right, that's there. Format, crop. Click the handles. Move that up a little bit. Hit enter. Alright, there's 2. Of course, you guys have to have author and date filled out. And then the next thing, you'll put 11 and 12 when you fix those. Alright, and that's really it. Now, if you guys want to, I know the instructions say to zip up all those files and then send them to me. You can do it that way also. Either way, it doesn't matter to me, as long as they're correct. Now, if you have an issue, but you can explain why you're having that particular issue, you can get partial credit, things like that, but you should be able to fix this. Fix the other 2 going by just what I've shown you right here. Alright, that's about it. Thanks for watching.